Commissioner Biden?
Present.
Commissioner Kroll?
Present.
Commissioner Gomez? I know he's coming. Lieutenant Hepburn?
Present.
Attorney Lamanna?
Present.
Okay, we have a quorum. No minutes for this meeting, so we'll have the next meeting. Going to 3 common victual license, a Queen Bee Cake and Pastry at 78 Baldwin Street.
78 Baldwin Street?
Anyone here from Queen Bee? Christina, breakfast and lunch, well, Rhonda. Anybody here from Rhonda? Julio Perdomo, manager. Sebastian's Pizzeria.
Yes.
All right.
Morning.
Morning.
How
How are you?
Good,
Good, how are you?
thank you.
Good. 83 Marion Street, is this where Giovanni's used to be?
Yes.
Oh, that's what. Very good. Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9, Sunday, 11 to 8.
Yes.
Everything's fine.
It's just gonna be just pizza, sandwiches? Just like,
French fries.
just like with Giovanni's had? Good. That's very good. Very good.
Motion approved.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck with it.
Thursday, you can have the lessons.
On Thursday?
Thursday.
Perfect. And what we can, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, Norman. And then we have Muskin Enterprises, D&B Variety 99 Commercial. Is that right on the corner of Commercial and Neptune?
Sorry,
Is that right on the corner of Commercial and Neptune
Yes.
Street? Yeah.
we issued a liquor license. There was a name that was incorrect, so we're petitioning to have the name
Name changed.
corrected.
I see. No. Attorney Lamont? See your motion to approve.
Motion approved.
A second. All in favor? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
No.
And everything?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a transfer of license, Shine Bowl to El Malecon.
She's hiding.
She doesn't have to hide.
I told her she didn't have to be here. But she's afraid, so. You're well familiar with the location and with the bowl. And she's entered an agreement to sell it to a new entity. You're also familiar, I think, with Christian and Jeff, his brother. Jeff would be the manager. Jeff is tips trained, and they negotiated a lease with the landlord at the premises. He brought, I haven't seen it, so it's a menu. So
It's in the works.
It's in the works, is what he tells me. So I can have him describe it, but it looks to me to be
Spanish.
Thank you. And as you know, Christian's done a decent job of running another place that had some difficulties. And he's well familiar and well versed with the history of the location that they now seek to operate. I think that he and his brother have demonstrated sound management techniques, and I think that they would be able to bring the improvements that they made at the former Casa del Sol location to this location, and having their presence in the neighborhood and having their understanding of the neighborhood, I think, is a plus for the overall operation. And I would be glad to answer any questions. They're both here. They both have been in the business before, and as I say, they're tip certified, and they're prepared to, on your approval, then go forward before the ABCC and hopefully open soon. Will you be doing any renovations, cleaning up the building itself?
Yes. Yes.
So you'll be working with the building department here?
Yes, we will.
Okay, there's some outstanding issues.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Well, I was concerned.
No, I don't have anything, Steve.
I just had a concern real quickly. We've had, with the past business there, we've had issues with there's no cameras or anything out front. Given that location, that may be something that if you would consider, would that be something you might consider to be an asset to your business if you had some type of a camera?
Yes, sir. And we also have security on at all times.
Right, okay, and I get that, but just it's been with the landlord, whatever, we have to, what are your hours gonna be, Christian, over there?
11 in the morning to 1. The same hours she operates now.
We have had issues with restaurants that have alcohol and bars right on that street. They're not clubs. It gets busy after a game, or softball or something. We've had overcrowding issues. We work very well with you. We would be hopefully not looking at those kind of issues at your place.
Okay.
We haven't had any overcrowding issues at the street.
We'll make sure we do our
Just,
best.
we want to be concerned, because we want you to be concerned about that.
That's what we're going to have with security all the time, so to make sure that no overcrowding happens.
Okay, Christian.
The camera, we've spoken with the landlord, because they had to put a hole through the brick of the building to get permission to insert the camera, but they have achieved that, so
Okay, and I know that he said he was looking to
Yeah.
do some renovations at the property, at the business, so this is the perfect time, and because that's invaluable to protect you and the officers and the public.
We'll do that.
I have no
All
problem.
right, other than that, everything's just fine. I'll make a motion to approve the transfer license
And the pledge of license as well.
Correct.
Right.
and get the pledge of license as well.
Okay, second, all in favor?
I think it's
thank you.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Okay, and then we have change of manager, pledge of license, and pledge of stock for Mega Liquor from Sullivan.
Evening.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Just noted correction, the name of the manager is almost not quite correct on the application. It
Okay.
says Darabu, and if you look at the naturalization papers, his name was Darabu, but on the naturalization papers, they've all changed the name. His name was changed at that time to Kenny Groom. Other than that, he is a pledge of license, the refinancing, we last hear about 2013, at that time, we refinanced about 1.2 million, and now we're refinancing again for roughly about 900,000. Basically, again, more money for some improvements and because rate more advantageous terms. So that's what that's about. And then Mr. Lang, Kevin Lang, who is the current manager and their principal, purchased another liquor store this past year. He's found that that's taking up some more time than he originally anticipated. So we'd like his brother to become formally the manager of this location. His brother has experience. He's been there actually since he purchased the property, so he's extremely familiar with it, and that's necessary education. And is familiar, of course, with all the alcohol laws.
I have no problem with everything.
No, everything looks fine. I've seen you at the
Using
store
my problems
before.
up there. And it's a rough area.
You just note that your name, please.
What's that?
You just note
I did on the application, yes, I did notice that.
Yeah.
Check. Okay.
I'm on this.
Madam Chairman, I'll make that motion to approve the change of manager.
I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
And pledge?
Pledge of license, change of manager, pledge of license you talked about.
Yes.
And pledge of stock. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're all set. Okay, we're continuing, Franco, okay? Hearing, okay, for the Lynn Memorial Auditorium,
I just saw you guys. Sorry.
That's all right.
Three, yeah. It's one of our rarest concerts.
Rock and roll type band.
Yeah, and it was, we considered an anomaly. The Patriots game ended with a very razor-thin win,
Okay.
and people were going from one event to our event. And
But just that type of event will bring out,
just that event, and we're actually looking at that. We talked about this when we got the notification. We're actually talking about not having this one particular event anymore. We're thinking about it.
okay. But if you do have more rock and roll type bands that bring out this type of crowd that truly gets into the...
This is one in particular that-
You might want to look at additional security.
So we did. We brought 4 more security to this. We asked for, we have more in-house security. We asked for police officers.
Okay, police presence.
They're always here no matter what. Even if we ask for them and they're not available, they're here. And from now on, we're asking for 3 detail police officers.
Okay.
We did for Cesar Milan, which was our first one,
Yeah.
and
Usually you
3
want
came.
3 or 4 firefighters, was my understanding.
Yeah, the firefighters are by law,
Yeah.
I believe, crowd control since the
Yeah.
Rhode Island event.
And it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, but you definitely need more police officers.
And for this event, we went with no intermission, which we usually have an intermission. Our revenues have decreased by a lot. But we knew that this was going to be a rowdy crowd with the Patriots events, with the extra security. But we did go with no intermission. And we're looking at that from now on, no intermission. We closed the bar early, I believe at 9:20.
We closed at 9:20, we went to 1 drink per person, as soon as the show started at 8:30, and we closed it at 9:20.
Are you able to police at all what people are bringing in? I mean, if they're coming in with
We're actually,
backpacks
we
and-
talked about that too. We're going to have the security, make sure they're tip certified, but our management, our security are going to take a safe serve alcohol class, which we haven't yet. We're going to take that. That's tough. It's tough to see who's coming in if they're sneaking nips in.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
yeah.
2,000 people is a lot different than
Yeah.
the porthole with, 50, 60 people. But we're doing the best we possibly can, watching people come in. And again, we're taking that safe serve alcohol class, which helps to identify people swaying their eyes, which we haven't yet.
I just would say, I know you took extra measures for this show. This is one of your best shows.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Revenue-wise, people-wise, it sells out, but
But I know you took extra measures, and that's an indicator to me that people are coming in to have a few drinks, out of your control, and maybe they're sneaking something in. Maybe very difficult to police, very difficult to control, but that's where the problem is. And because I go up there, I talk to
you guys are there all the
I talk
time.
to you guys.
No, you guys are great.
That's it.
Great.
But still, these 3 incidents together, no, we can get away, like, we can't let that, the board can't let that go in any of the businesses. That's why we're here. We were looking for the assurances, but we need to.
I agree with you, Lieutenant. I mean, as soon as I saw that the Patriots would play at 4:30, I got nervous, and that was 3 weeks before the show. And that's why we did.
And that was a non-scheduled Patriots game. Had it been a scheduled Patriots game, we would have looked at it differently when we booked the show originally. That was a playoff game.
No, I get it. You guys are, I mean, you're doing the right thing. It's just that's a
It's a tough show. It was a tough night.
500 people in the club.
Yeah.
You want to see this band, and you really have to fun.
Right. It sounds like you guys are moving in the right direction here,
Yeah.
so should we use separate files or letter in the file that the violation did occur, no action?
Right.
Will
So
take
just
place.
leave it as a letter.
Okay, well, I'll motion that letter to be put in file that this did happen, but we're not going to take any action at this time. So you guys are moving in the right direction with the extra security and being more vigilant, so.
The one incident that happened on site, we actually called the police to have the person removed.
Excellent.
And then one was down on Johnson Street at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I know that's still tagged to our show.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. No, the next one is Summer Street. 595 Cafe?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was good. I just want to thank you for
Okay. Come on, Mr. Hello. How are you?
Good evening.
Good.
Let me have New Year's Eve, and we work to 1 o'clock.
In 1 o'clock, we shut the lights before behind the bar, and I just stay closed and left to open the doors to leave it for people. And I come in the tenant with his friends. And I come in to me and say, Stanley, you have extension for 1 more hour, 2 o'clock. I said, no, I'm not having that because we don't plan to even stay to 2 o'clock. I just stay and pushing people out there because that's not what they Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the people turn around and leave themselves, no stay that long, but they eat New Year's, they hug and the wishes and the shake their hands. I'm trying to push it, but I can't take a drag it. One officer talked to me, he's turned around, everybody gone in 40 seconds. Everybody gone, you see the badges. Everybody gone. Well, and plus, there's no secret, in all bars in the clock's 10 minutes fast, which mine too. If they say in the paper 15, that means 5 minutes out. I'm sorry, I'm not get that purpose. I apologize, but I'm not get that purpose. Say that 5 minutes will make me rich.
No, we
No,
understand.
we understand
It's more like 15 minutes, but the fact of the matter is, sir, that you never applied for that extension for a 2 a.m. closing.
Yeah, but my clock's 2 clocks, and about 10 minutes in the front. That's when you take it back. We put on that for 5 minutes, that's what I thought.
It was after 1 o'clock, that's the bottom line. Okay, that is the bottom line, and you did have the opportunity to apply to stay open until 2 o'clock.
Because 7 people, we might have a crowd there.
You didn't take advantage of the opportunity that you had to stay open until 2 o'clock. So you should have been closed at 1 o'clock, and everyone should have been out. That's the bottom line.
And I push it, I say, go in the house, and shake their hands, and we just don't sign. But you can't take them that drag people. If you do that next time, I'll come to you.
You're right, but you are ultimately responsible for your license.
Apologize for that.
So, and I agree, I've never seen you before, and I've been on this board for 4 years, but a violation did occur, so you are subject to a first offense.
You've been in business for a long time.
Right.
You know the business, period.
I know.
If it were a Wednesday, you wouldn't have 10 people in there at 1:20. If it were a regular day, you would never have people in after hours.
Let nobody
It's the
say
same
to me.
thing. It's your responsibility.
I'm sorry.
3 days.
Okay. All right, I'm going to move, that this being your first offense, I'm going to move for a 5-day suspension, serving 3 days full, 2 of those in abeyance for 6 months.
Okay,
6 months, sound good? Starting on, and I believe we're going to need your little black book, Madam Chair.
take one more time, that book is brown.
Your book is the God book. The book of God.
Well, so you're going to do it in April?
Yes.
We may as well do April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but we're going to serve in 3.
3.
So we'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April.
1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April. That is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April, you will be closed. He turns in his license to you, is that correct?
You made a motion?
Yes.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Stanley, 3-day suspension. Okay. Those are the rules.
Excuse me, Debbie. Could this gentleman just ask me a question? I think he's at the wrong meeting. Could you help him out so he doesn't sit here all night?
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I just bought a pizza place and they told me it's supposed to be here on the 16th, which is tomorrow, but one of my guys called me and said it's supposed to be today.
What's the name of yours?
It's 617 Chestnut Street, the name of the place is...
Yes, come to him up, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
No, you're gonna stay. We already called you, so we'll come back, okay? Yeah. We'll get, okay. All right, so moving right along, Lynn Community.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Greg DeMarcus. I'm an attorney in Lynn, and to my right is Mayank Patel, who's the manager of the corporation which owns the Lynn Liquor Mart. And there's a violation for sale to a minor. We've gotten a copy of the police report. We don't contest the police report. That's, everything in there is fine. Two things. Number one is we're embarrassed. We're sorry. We know we shouldn't be here. On that particular night, one of his credit card broke, and he got very busy, and we had one machine in a long line, and I told him that's not an excuse. There's no excuses. And he understands that. He's operated other stores in the past. He's never had a problem. There's 3 employees. There's Mayank, and there's 2 others that tip certified. They've adopted a new policy now because I told them it's not only important to acknowledge you made a mistake, but you got to tell the board what you're going to do so you're not in front of here again. So they've adopted a new policy. They've ordered signage. They're going to have signage that they're going to card anybody who looks like they're 35 years or younger. And they're going to have signage saying that with the appropriate identification that will be accepted. And he and his employees, they've just recently tip certified. They know that there can be no exceptions and there can't be another mistake. And other than that, I don't know what to tell you, except that I've known this young man for a long time, and I know his father. And his father operates some stores in the western part of the state, and they're always first class, and this was a surprise to me, and I really don't think it will happen again.
So you actually sold to the minor? Okay, so you will be recertified?
Within 30 days, he has to do a recertification.
Yes.
Oh my, wow, that's a big one.
This isn't.
No, wait a minute, for them, they just took over.
Oh,
Correct? Wait a minute.
Well, I just want to make sure that Debbie can check the records, but you guys, how long have you had?
8 months. This is the first offense.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good.
So that means
Yeah. Right.
Well, still.
So for this establishment, is it first and
It's
still?
first, okay, so it's a 5-day suspension. What I'll move for the 5-day suspension. You serve 3 days, 2 days are held in abeyance for 1 year. 1 year, because it's.
Serving to a minor is our biggest concern. Okay, that's just totally unacceptable.
On top of that, they have, 30 days to be tips?
Yeah, he knows. He knows. The person who did the selling, he knows that too, so he will be recertified. Okay.
one question. You say you're going to start now carving people and asking for IDs?
We already do. We already ask for IDs anyways, like even.
No, but if anybody looks under 35.
Well, in the state of Massachusetts, if I believe, it is 40 or under.
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that law.
The guidelines, because anybody can do, like, with the order, I've seen kids that are 15, but.
That must be a recent ruling. But we have no problems with that. The point is, we don't want to be back here again, so we don't have any problems with that.
I think 40, that sounds a little too big. You'll be carding, I mean, then you just be carding everybody, and that's.
They do it for
For real? Yeah, really? Yep. Do it. You know.
All right, regardless,
Do what you're gonna do.
the motion's been made, it's on the table.
Yep, and it was seconded. All in favor?
Aye. We have to pick a date on your little black brown book. Okay. That's like a paisley.
What's that? Okay.
What's she doing, Beth?
Use this one up.
No, what I'll do is I'll put all of them there. Okay, okay.
We would request that the suspension be on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, as opposed to a weekend. Keeping in mind, this is a first offense, and a 3-day suspension for a first offense.
FYI.
That's heavy. Why don't you find out what date is that?
I know. Okay, today is the
15th.
Yeah. Of March. 15th, okay. Okay, then we will start next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We will do the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, serving the first 3 days, which would be the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we're holding 2 days, the 24th and the 25th in a day.
That's a gift.
Can you explain to him what the 1 year means?
I will. Yeah.
Just a quick question while we're still there. Are you guys doing deliveries?
No, we just stopped it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, turn the license in to Debbie.
Bring it to me next Monday, and we pick it up from here on Thursday.
Thank you. We're hearing for Cafe Elm. Molina.
You want to do the comment back?
Wait, take a wait. They missed it.
Okay, because of an incident that took place on December 21st.
We talked about it, I don't know how it was affected by the other thing, the other issue that they had, that they were under appeal. So we did talk about this, and I don't think they came before us to talk about it.
Did you have to continue into something?
I don't believe so. I may be wrong, but I don't remember asking for continuance.
Well, it appears that one of your patrons left your establishment and caused problems.
Outside the location. And that was the incident that took place outside. And then the next day, I believe, the police went down and questioned Mr. Concepcion, who was here.
Was it the next day?
It was soon after that.
And the individual had come into the location with a couple of other people. He sat down, wasn't causing any trouble. Then he started acting a little bit strangely. He started a verbal, as described in the report, altercation with another individual. Mr. Concepcion, at that time, tried to get himself involved, along with the doorman. The individual put his hands up and ran out. Right? Nothing occurred to the relative to that individual in the location. Mr. Concepcion will testify that that individual was not hit or fell down or any assault and battery occurred. I think that's the basis of the thrust of the complaint that we're here before you this evening, along with the protective custody. And they did call, the police did try to call the individual. The phone number did not work. The individual didn't want any treatment at the location, even though that was outside. Nothing was not perfect.
You feel he did?
Yeah, I don't know. Was he served? Was this patron served?
What?
We just weren't contacted. They were very forthcoming with us when we spoke to them, but they did admit that they had a little bit of an issue with him, trying to remove him. And a little bit of a struggle trying to remove him, but just didn't contact them.
Okay.
Which could have probably alleviated the whole
problem. Right. So do you understand that if the slightest problem within your establishment, just pick up the phone and call the police? Because had the police been called, perhaps this entire episode would not have happened.
Right.
You know? And that's all.
You'd be thanking your lawyer.
He was under the misperception that since the individual just left.
I get you,
Right,
I
no,
get you,
so-
I get you. But so now you know, the slightest thing, the littlest thing, don't assume, just pick up and call the police. Okay? Understood?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
You are right. You are right. All right, now we have JD's thoughts. Okay. I know Mr. Bill, and you are,
I'm Chris Lazinski. Chris works for me at JD's.
were you there that evening?
There's two things here. We're talking about the first one, right?
Business falls.
Yep, Frank Ludwig?
Frank, yeah. I was there. I'll just let him give you the first-hand information on it,
Okay.
rather than me.
Okay.
You can ask him whatever question you want to ask him.
Okay, so you did it.
Yeah, Jeremy Katz walked into the bar, ordered a drink. As he ordered the drink, he turned around, went over to the scratch ticket machine, purchased scratch tickets out of the machine. Then he turned back around. Now, I was talking to Frank the roofer, who was right in front of me, maybe the distance between us here. And Jeremy came over, reached over his shoulder, reached down and grabbed all the money he had on the bar, into the quarters, the bills. And Frank reached up, grabbed his hand. Hey, what are you doing? And then I had come behind the bar. I'm like, Jeremy, you can't do that. You can't do that. What are you doing? It's not, appropriate. And I escorted him out the door. He said, you throw me out, I'm going to call the police. You throw me out, throw him out. I said, Jeremy, it's not appropriate behavior. You can't be reaching, grabbing, people's money off the bar. And he left, and then 2 uniformed officers arrived shortly thereafter. They let me know that they sent the other gentleman on the way. And that was it. Pretty straightforward.
Did you hear what we just said to the other gentleman that was just here from down the street from you? Slightest thing, pick up the phone, call the police, because had you called the police, you wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understood.
What the gentleman did was totally inappropriate, and it warranted the police being called, and let the police deal with Jeremy to tell him it's inappropriate. Okay? Because otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now.
All right.
Slightest thing, pick up the phone and call the police. Do you have anything?
No.
For that?
For that?
Yeah. Just make sure, okay? Understood, so we'll just...
Except that for the files, I believe that's correct, yes.
Okay. And then the next one is overcrowded?
Yeah. We had that guy checking IDs for months there. He got away from, he thought he was in compliance. He wasn't. Can't say anything more than that.
He didn't even know what the actual occupancy...
Well, he did. He was probably nervous. Who knows? I can't speak from now, but he knew. Maybe he didn't know he was nerved up or whatever.
Okay, if and when something like this happens again, which I really and truly hope it doesn't, but if it does, please bring the person who's responsible here.
Well, you know what it is? I terminated him, so he's not working with us right now.
All right.
Whenever there's a problem, Tom always get rid of the dead weight and any troublemaker.
Yeah, okay, will do. Yeah. The kid wasn't a bad kid, it just got away from him. He's been doing it for a long time, checking IDs and whatever, and he thought, but he wasn't.
Well, it's a definite violation. Violation did occur. You're not disputing.
No, I hadn't been there, any of the other entertainments, I had been there as well.
You'll have someone at the door and you'll have a clicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all set. We understand what we did wrong, and so we're not denying what happened, and we're ready to move forward.
Looking at
A violation.
a violation of 7 days.
Well, he did have one, and he had a 7-day, and we had him serve 3, and we had held 4 in advance. So I think at this time it's appropriate that you serve for 4 days.
What was
7. That was back in...
Was that what you gave me?
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That was back in, wait a minute. Sorry. Okay.
September?
Yeah, it was September 25th.
Right.
After hours. So you had a 7-day suspension, we gave you 3 days to be served, we held 4 days in abeyance for 1 year. So it's appropriate that at this time you serve for 4 days.
4 days or 7 days?
No, 4, we'll make it.
It was 7.
It was 7, we'll make it,
Okay.
serve 3, so we'll make it,
Okay,
we'll have you serve before.
okay.
All right?
That's fine, we'll give them the same courtesy that the previous people to start on a Monday.
Yep.
Actually, we'll just start tomorrow, get it done. We don't want to mess with it.
Thursday, fine.
It might be a blessing.
It might be. Okay. Yes, swap here. Okay, so you're starting tomorrow. 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep. Now, for Sunday morning,
I will
you
have
guys bring
the,
it the license to us, or?
I'll have the license over at the police station, you can pick it up.
Okay.
Bring it to my office tomorrow. Actually, why don't you just drop it off at the police station?
Right at the window of the records part.
Right at the window.
Okay,
And
all
then
right.
you can pick it up this.
I could get that at like 9 a.m. Sunday morning, no problem?
I'll have it at the front desk.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. And then we have this coming. Yes, 17 children. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Good, how you doing?
Okay, what kind of restaurant is this going to be?
Same.
Same, just like
Same
what
as
they
it
have
is,
now?
yeah. Yep.
Okay, and what are your hours going to be? I don't see anything here.
It'll be from 8 to 8, Monday through Thursday.
8 to 8?
And right now we gonna open till 9. Same hours, 8 in the morning to 9, Friday, Saturday. And Sunday we would close around 4 o'clock from 8 to 4. Yeah.
8 to 9, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday would be 8 to...
8 to 4.
Anybody else have any questions?
Probably just fine.
That's it. All right, thank you very much,
I'll
guys.
second it.
All right,
You
thank
in
you.
favor?
William, I can pick up the license on Thursday.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we have some communications. Okay, a request from Los Chamos Restaurant for a change of hours for 1 day on their opening day. And they're requesting this change because of a,
There is a Venezuelan,
yeah, they'd like to, on April 10th, Yeah, they have a Venezuelan artist coming to town, so they'd like to keep the restaurant open for 1 day. I make a motion.
Second. Yep. Yep.
All in favor? Okay. That's good. And a letter of withdrawal from London Western. What? Yeah, they withdrew their appeal on the agency. And a letter from Rowley's regarding 2 people that are now barred. And there's a letter from the Mass Lottery Commission, East Market. Yeah, and also a letter from Franco asking for a continuance, which we will grant. Okay. Then we have police reports.
Well, I got a couple of reports. I think the first is a domestic that happened at Monty's on Eastern Avenue. Patron was inside with his family. He was, at some point became intoxicated, went outside, and they had a domestic. I also responded with the officers there. The patient was served 2 days, and it appeared that he snuck in with some nips that they found under the tape. So I reminded them to fill out the report, but I don't see that they could have done anything different. He's a person who's known to us. He's got a bit of an issue maybe with alcohol, so that one, I don't know what the business is.
Okay, we'll just, yeah, exceptional file.
Eclipse bar, Richie took us
Yeah.
They were overcrowded.
Overcrowded, yeah.
They actually thought the number was 99. Triple E.
Upside down.
Yeah.
They're just 699.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring them in.
Awesome.
Bring them in.
It was 60 bucks sitting down.
Yeah.
We actually explained to him when he opened what his number was, and he said he understood.
Oh, yeah. That always happens.
He said, "Do not go over the
It's funny how they leave this room and just amnesia sets in.
Well, everyone from Bulldoze Groceries is
Going over there.
Oh, that's.
So it's such a smaller area.
Yeah.
They did not count over there, they just
Yeah.
carried that over.
All right, so we'll bring them in.
Yes.
Yep.
Here.
Okay. And then,
Last thing was
Euphoria?
Club Euphoria, they had a party that was there, it was outside. She was intoxicated and eventually PC'd. Don't know exactly what involvement she had with the club. I don't know. Was she in the club? Was she in the club?
Was she inside the bar?
No, not.
No, wait, she was.
Okay.
What happened was, right, 2 guys and 2 ladies coming, they walking in. They pay, right? They sitting right across the bar, like a normal people. So the lady step outside. She left.
Like for 30 minutes.
And like for another half an hour. She coming in to the club. I saw her like at the like, I don't know, she's up to something. So and then she started arguing with his husband. So, and I approached her and I talked to the guy because I don't want to talk to her because she's swinging to him. I said, I can ask you guys nicely, leave. I cannot have that person with the behavior here.
Right.
So the guy agreed with me because she's over the limit, and he grabbed her and pulled it to the way out to the door. So she free, and then she started walking quickly. She pushed everyone in his way. She pushed the door, and there's 3 pedestrian guys walking by. She pushed them. So when she pushed them, they reacted to her. So that her husband behind her, and I'm behind her husband. So then her husband wanted to fight the guys because one of the guys said something really rude to her because she pushed him. So I grabbed him and I called another security. They tell the federation they go away. So he pushed those 3 guys away and I hold them out her husband. So the incident stopped right there. But now she argued with me because I tell her she has to leave. So as soon as she started arguing with me, I see a cruiser go by and I signal to them. They can deal with her because she started swinging and she hitting me.
Yeah. You should have called the police before you even saw them driving by. Oh, yeah.
No, because they walk away.
Why are we even discussing this right now? This is not the hearing. We're going to police report.
Well, I probably shouldn't have
Wait a minute, right.
Requested sit down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It probably was my fault that I asked you input. But
My apologies.
I'm sorry.
clearly the incident may have been a lot more than the police report. Which I believe we hear because somebody was intoxicated. And I question the content of the report maybe not indicating to what extent they were involved in the business. So I don't know if I could advise you appropriately to say how comfortable they may be.
Right.
And I did ask for his help. Just a little out of,
That's all right.
to a place we didn't necessarily want it to go to. So it was an incident. She was intoxicated. She was a customer there. I don't know.
Okay, well, no, I think they should come before us and, yes, I think, yeah, we'll bring them in, we're here. All right. But you know it might be, you should call the police. But we'll see. Amen to that. Okay.
Something about this too.
All right, and then 2 things going to be under new business. First, we have the regulations of the City of Lynn Board of Health restricting sale and use of tobacco and nicotine products, which includes the e-cigarette. The e-cigarette, not only the vapor of liquid nicotine to the user or vapor that relies on any liquid. It doesn't necessarily just have to be a nicotine liquid. It's any liquid. So those e-cigarettes are illegal in establishments. Okay. So this notice is going out to all Christmas, so that they'll have it. And they'll know.
Yeah. Let's see, we're talking anymore.
Okay, and then the other thing that I'd like for us to look at is our rules and regulations on under progressive discipline.
Do we want to revise these?
I just think we need to add another step.
As in
First offense should be like should be a letter of warning. For
I kind of like them the way they are. You know, it just.
I think it's only fair though to give people one. No, I don't. I think that's only fair.
It's going to make our job harder.
No.
Hold them in abeyance.
What's that?
You can hold them in abeyance.
Yeah, we kind of do that now.
And then,
you know,
if they're really good, then they won't be back.
you know, if you want to.
As far as sale of a minor, 3 to 5, that's fine. 7, 14, 5. 13 to revocation,
You
that's fine.
should get your license revoked.
But
You're a moron.
exactly. But I think criminal activity
Well,
in violation of our local board rules and regulations, I mean, to go from 7 to 10, I mean, I think we can start with a letter of warning.
C, but criminal activity is very broad. You know what I mean? But violations of these rules and regulations, perhaps giving us the leeway to issue a letter of warning, I'll certainly agree with you on that.
Yeah. Attorney, I mean, I really felt strongly about this ever since the ABCC didn't support us on the, and you know what, the more I think about it, I think they were absolutely right. I mean, we suspended people for, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, staying open too late. I mean, we've got to be a little realistic here. First time.
Of course, Toledo was the first offense. Now, Toledo, in a couple of weeks, they have a little bit more detailed history, so hoping for a better result there.
Yeah.
Toledo, with that one event,
right.
There was evidence that there was actually alcohol there. There were people on the plate.
Yeah.
There were people out drinking out front. Some kind of corona.
Yeah. I think our first thing should be a letter of warning. And then I'm looking at then the second offense would be 7 to 10 days. Even that is a bit much.
You may want to take to this a little bit because this is very broad. Any rule of regulation, obviously there's some rules and regulations here that you would say, no, I'm not going to be here. We need 3 minutes, 103, maybe break down.
Yeah. So how would we word this?
It could be worded to give you the discretion anywhere from a letter of warning up to 7 to 10 days. But I wouldn't want, there are things in here that you wouldn't want to have, I don't believe, but I don't think the officers would want a letter of warning.
Right, okay.
Right. Prostitution, drugs,
That's criminal activity.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
First offense, letter of warning to
criminal activity, we'll leave that alone.
Okay.
That should be first offense, 7 to 10 days. But C, I'll give you that. I'm open to having that discretion. A letter of recommendation, letter of warning to up to 7 to 10 days. But criminal activity, no, that's going to have to stay in it, or it's too broad.
One thing I see there is the reduction of the hours.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The hours. like, we sometimes reduce the hours.
Oh, yeah, but, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
want to leave that alone.
Yeah.
I want to leave that alone, so we can.
That's not gonna be
do
do
that
it at our own
whenever we
discretion
want.
anyways, right?
Right?
Yeah.
We're not going to touch that. We'll leave that alone.
Because they can't appeal.
Correct. They
Right,
can't
they
appeal.
can't appeal, right.
Well, they can't if they want to go to court. The issue of overcrowding,
That's, I'm sorry?
overcrowding, that was another one.
That is, what would that go under? Violation of laws or regulations?
Rules and regulations.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand from Roger, he's
Okay.
first offense,
He needs to be notified.
yeah. If it's a second offense, they will issue a $5,000
Fine.
fine.
So in our letter of warning, we can let them know that also the building department will be notified of this and you will be subject to up to a $5,000 fine on your second offense. And then also it could go to the fire department.
Go ahead.
Because the police reports, if there's an overcrowding police report, it needs to be sent to the building department. And I don't know if you're going to send it to the fire department too. That would be,
I was going to say, if we bring it to the board the way we always do, could you administratively see that it gets there, or do you think it's something we should do? I mean, either way. I'm sorry. I said we bring the reports to you, the board. If it's a violation for overcrowding, for example, do you think Debbie or the secretary could get it to ISD, right in City Hall? I mean, as opposed to the...
Right.
Running around and just...
Oh, well, yeah, we can do it, whatever is appropriate, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So what's the second offense?
We'll leave it up 14 to 30 days. But maybe we said the right to impose lighter or more severe discipline based upon the history of the staff.
Yeah, so it's right there, like we really don't have to touch anything. It just seems like every time we change something, you have to write it and rewrite it, and this verbiage is wrong, we have to redo it. I think they're solid, and like you said, it's right there.
Now, I see it now, yeah. It's,
well, Jim, I'll write it up, get it to Jim, have him go over it.
Okay.
And have it ready for the next meeting.
Okay.
So that you can vote on it.
all right.
Good.
All right. Yeah.
I'll go through it, like, what are the ability to cooperate with police, that shouldn't be a warning. I mean, there's some things that arise.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's,
Right, was it?
Yeah, overcrowding after hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, we're not touching,
Sales to minor.
Sales to minor or anything like that. So, yes, we'll revisit this matter at the next meeting. Sounds good? Come on. Good.
Do we have to have a motion?
No, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah. Everything on our agenda.
Yes,
What's that?
If the manager approves it.
Sorry.
Motion.